That's me.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House Pack in your hand.
The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House Pack with more refreshment contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy full house goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
High odds, big wins, fast payouts. Thousands of daily matches laid out. Clear interface is there on your screen. Just enjoy the process as you bet on your teams. Withdraw winnings anytime, no stress. Yep, the game starts with 1xBet. DRUMNG. That's the promo code to get 300% welcome bonus on 1xBet NG. 18 plus, so play responsibly.
Wonder is not in the wrapping paper. It's in the reaction.
Me? You got this for me?
Oh, you remembered me this year.
Mommy, see my own hamper.
This season, Spar Market fills your list with gifts that create those moments. Ready-made and custom hampers, Spar gift cards from just 10,000 naira, and amazing discounts of up to 30% off on groceries, wine and spirits, electronics, perfumes, and more. Visit any Spar Market store nationwide from December 12th to January 1 to enjoy incredible Christmas offers. One store, so much wonder. Terms and conditions apply. Spar Market, there for you.
No matter where you are, city or out of town, you deserve a great, reliable connection. The Airtel 5G Smart Connect not only delivers that, but also gives you unlimited data to stream, download, and browse in your home or office. It also comes with wider coverage and super fast speed, all for just 25,000 naira. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to start enjoying unlimited data now. Airtel.
Guy, I'm in premium tiers. My guy sent me pounds from the UK since Tuesday, and the money is nowhere to be found. And to make it worse, he was charged over there, and I will still get charged here.
That's double homicide, oh. So you're still using Trial and Error Express to collect money in 2025?
Bro, UBA is the way. No charges to receive. You get your money faster than WhatsApp group gossip. Just drop your UBA account like Mike and boom, you get your payment sharp.
I messed up big time. My guy Paulo will send me something this week. I will just UBA it straight.
With UBA, receiving money from anywhere in the world is fast, simple, and absolutely stress-free. All you need is your UBA account. Send through Western Union, MoneyGram, Ria, Juba, Africash, or PAPS. And boom, you get your funds instantly, direct to your account or at any UBA branch near you. No charges to the receiver.
UBA, Africa's Global Bank.
There is December, and then there's MTN Yellow Tide December. From streets to rooftops, the wave is hitting with massive surprises, juicy holiday bundles, giveaways, discounts, luxury experiences, and so much more. So whether you're based in Nigeria or you just got back, if you want to party, chill, watch movies, travel, and even for lovebirds getting married, Yellow Tide is here to turn up the vibe this season. The ginger will be unmatched. The vibe will be on point. The shutdown will be massive. No darling, don't miss the wave. Visit yellowtide.mtn.ng now to vibe with the Yellow Tide.
Guy, how far? You watch that game?
I did. Oh boy, that goal, eh?
Hey. Make I call you back. My time go soon finish. Sorry, I forget I get extra 3 minutes to talk.
I wonder why you hold a cut call. When na MTN better gist you dey use. Me, I still dey enjoy my free 2,100 airtime on top my new MTN SIM.
Yes, so get 3 minutes extra on MTN Better Gist. Text BG to 312 to collect your own awoof.
Dailies today.
Dailies today.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back with Dailies today, part 2. My name is Kofi Bartels. And my name is Jimi Disu. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Disu.
Morning, Kofi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. All right. So, how are you?
It's fine.
Okay. All right. And indeed, of course, good morning to you, our listeners. We'll be taking a look at some of the carefully curated headlines, and you can, follow us on Facebook. Get to Nigeria Info's Facebook page, search for Nigeria Space Info Space 99.3, and you can also follow us on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM on YouTube. It's a verified account. The first one here, page 5 of today's Vanguard. Workers facing worst survival crisis in Nigeria's history, NLC. Workers facing worst survival crisis in Nigeria's history, NLC. So citizens being crushed by inflation, insecurity, poor wages. We now spend 80% of our income on food.
Thank you, Kofi. I'm sure I spend more than that on food.
How about light?
Light and all other things. Okay, so the NLC has warned that workers and Nigerians were facing the worst survival crisis in the nation's history, driven by rising inflation, deepening insecurity, poor wages, and the collapse of social protection systems. And I dare say that they've been complicit. They've been napping at the least. Well, what you can say is that they've been sleeping, but we would rather say that we suspect that they've been complicit. I believe the NLC has not lived up to expectation in any manner. 2 years or plus of this government, and see where we are. Where we expect the NLC to come out boldly and tactically. You can't keep doing the same thing every time and expect a different result. You say you're going on strike, you make some rabble-rousing noise, then you pack it in, and you come back and say things have gone bad. I don't think the Nigerian populace, to be honest with you, I don't think they are looking up to the NLC for salvation. That's my view. Of course, people have their own views. They said yesterday that the current hardship is more severe than what some Nigerians experienced during the Civil War or the era of austerity measures. That's even putting it mildly. I was alive during the time of the Civil War. I was alive, and I was a full-grown adult by the time of austerity, and it has never been so bad. I agree with Mr. Joe Ejero, who says that Nigerians, especially Nigerian workers, are currently confronted with the worst crisis in the history of our nation, worse than the Civil War years, even an era of austerity. At the heart of the crisis lies a growing scourge of financial security. The question is, as a leader, as the spokesperson of the people, what has the NLC done? Have they been compromised? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. In fact, they have almost become irrelevant in the scheme of things. Look at, in recent times, they've called out workers for this or for that or that or this. It's been total shambles. So I don't know where all this is leading, to be honest with you, at this time. And they say that the Nigerian worker sits at the bottom of the ladder when compared with workers in many African countries. The question is, how many of Nigerians are workers now? How many? What is the percentage of Nigerians who earn a dime? We've all become beggars. Too many people are out of job. Of course, they'll tell you all kinds of things. I'm into bringing clothes from Turkey. I'm into, you never see such clothes. I'm into, some of them say I'm into petroleum, oil and gas, and they're selling kerosene. All kinds of funny things that people are doing, totally unexpected of certain levels of people. So the question is that all this, what the NLC said is right, but they should start thinking, how have they contributed to this? And maybe workers should start thinking of a different NLC leadership. We don't have a leadership in the NLC now, but as far as I'm concerned. So they talked about how Nigerians spend 80% of income and talked about multiple taxation. They are not telling us anything we don't know. The question is, what have they done? Are they going to repent? And what are they going to do in the following year? Until then, to thy tent, so Israel, every man for himself and God for us all. That is the story of this country. Look, we've been bound to the Philistines. We are on our own. And it's the honor to the politicians that you can't look up to them. The civil society groups, some of them they have involved in all kinds of racketeering. Some of the civil society groups that you think you depend on are owned by the political class. It's a means of holding the perceived opposition. It's a game we all know about. So today, I'm telling you, Nigerians, to be honest with you, until otherwise, you are on your own. You are on your own. And so there's a lot of decision making to be made in the following year. It's up to you. Yeah.
All right. Back to the tinted glass issue you commented on yesterday, still with today's Vanguard. Page 7. Tinted glass permit enforcement NBA. Police disagree, says police exhibiting troubling disregard for rule of law. Call IGP to order, NBA tells Tinubu. No court restrained police from enforcing order. Force headquarters.
I'm glad the NBA is taking the police on. And I think what I might suggest, barring advice from my good friend Candy Johnson, of course, who is a son, maybe the NBA needs to go back to court to get a specific order from the court on this. But what bothered me most about all this is the issue of the amounts being paid and where it is paid to, and that for me, is a bit worrying. It says that the NBA says that the imposed levy for obtaining and renewal of the permit adds to Nigeria's ever-increasing layers of taxation, thereby portraying Nigeria as a difficult place to do business. The levy imposed financial burden and hardship for Nigerians struggling with economic hardship. The permit policy undermines Nigeria's tax reforms, which will come into effect in January 2027. Nigerian import cars from abroad and modern vehicles come with factory-fitted tinted glasses. Yet, the police is countenancing this in the drive to generate revenue for themselves and few individuals. Now, listen to this very well. And we call on the government to actually probe what is going on here and the police to explain this. It says the payment proceeds are made into a private bank account, Parkway Projects, account number 4001001791 instead of the TSA, Treasury Single Account, raises serious concerns of transparency and corruption. Apparently, if you want to get your tinted glass permit, the payment goes into an account called Parkway Projects. I said yesterday, if the police are so concerned, if they are so concerned about security, they should remove the financial aspect of it. Now, the question is this. Like I said yesterday, if you are worried about any vehicle that is tinted and you cannot see the occupancy, you flag them down. You are still going to flag them down anyway to check tinted glass permit. You understand? So the same exercise is going to take place. And so I hope the NBA will not relent. Again, I tell you, the payment of the proceeds, according to this document, this paper in front of me, is paid into a private bank account, Parkway Projects. Who owns Parkway Projects? Why can't you pay the money to a dedicated police account, if any?
Federal account, federal government.
Or federal account.
TSA.
Why are you going to pay into Parkway Projects? Then the NBA goes on to say the policy brazenly nullifies already issued permits, and the purported requirement for renewal of the permits has no legal basis. So it's even renewable.
So you have to pay it multiple times.
I don't have what
is the tinted glass changing?
I don't understand. Where are we going, for God's sake? And it says here that then they give details of the court injunction, and they have told the president to please call the IGP to order. The police insists that there is no court whatever stopping them from issuing this permit. But the police need to explain to us who has an account called Parkway Projects. And I expect the journalists to quickly go and find out. There's a way they can find out these things so we can know who is behind this backward project. Next thing you hear is that, he's one consultant by the police. He's the one who is handling it on their behalf, handling money.
What are you consulting about?
It's very, very sad, the kind of things that you hear of in this country. There's so much racketeering. I'm not saying this is a racket, but it doesn't smell nice.
I did research, sir. I'm seeing Parkway Project is a Nigerian fintech focusing on financial inclusion via its Ready Cash platform.
It's a fintech?
Ready Cash platform. And its CEO and co-founder is Emeka Onwugbufo. And they say they have core leadership including Okpeyemi Iboye, who's CTO. So it seems to be a fintech.
Let's just move on now. Let's move on.
So I just want to ask you, when you hear permit, gun permit, you get a permit to use a gun. So what is the permit for tinted glass for?
It doesn't make sense to me. What makes sense to me is to say that if you ever drive a car in which the occupants are not visible, you'll be flagged down. How can you give? Okay, so you want to give permit to people to tint their cars and they're not visible. How would you know in traffic if they have that permit or not, or who is there?
Thank you, sir.
It doesn't make sense.
Thank you, sir.
And for you to know, you still have to flag him down. So all you need to do now is any car that has tinting that makes it impossible for you to see the drivers and the occupants will be flagged down at police checkpoints. Police checkpoints are all over the place. Flag them down and find out who they are.
So does it mean that if you have that permit, that means that nobody will flag you down? So if
No, they have to flag you down to know if you have the permit.
Okay, so if you have the permit, it means that they won't even look inside the car.
What are you saying? You've already been flagged down. You wind down, they'll look and say, do you have a permit for this thing? It doesn't add up. Kofi, it doesn't add up. What we should do is discourage. You can ban outright tinting. Where you can say that you should not tint your car to a point where the occupants are not visible. And at the end of the day, who is complicit in all this is the elite. And they know them. And they don't want to even have policemen, aiding them in this thing. Am I going to be the one who will tint my car? Let's go to the next story.
All right, let's go to the next one. This is from today's The Punch. Senate asks DSS NSA to hunt Akpabio Gowon death rumors peddlers. That's DSS NSA, National Security Advisor.
Yes, and I agree with that because it is getting completely out of hand. In the social media in the past 2 days, it has been reported that the Senate President is virtually dying in a London hospital. It's turned out to be false. There was also a rumor that General Gowon, President Gowon, General Gowon as we know him, had passed on, and it was false. And so we need to put a hold on this fake news that is going on. The latest news that is going on now, that we can't verify, it was even reported by Sahara reporters, so was that the president had given an order signed by Ribadu. I think the purported letter was published, that the president's ADC should be promoted from colonel to brigadier, and that there was a lot of disagreement about that because it defied all known procedures. And as at yesterday in the social media, the report said that the president had rescinded the promotion, had backed down. And as at last night, that was the belief indeed. I phoned a few of the editors. I was at an event yesterday, a Vanguard event, by the way. Congratulations, Uncle Sam, about yesterday. I was at the event yesterday, and everybody believed that was it. Today is not in any of the papers. So I would like to make an appeal to presidency, if anybody is listening, can you please tell us the veracity of this story and the present rank of the president's ADC, whether he's still a colonel or he's a brigadier? Let us know if Nigeria will probably be the first country that has a one-star general as an ADC, because it has its implications. And the earlier the presidency comes out and tells us what is actually happening, the better. So that it doesn't fester for too long.
I think it's been reversed.
It's not in the media that we rely on. That is because I looked out for it. I've reviewed about 4 or 5 papers
reportedly
this morning, so it's not there. Okay, so we'd like the presidency before the close of business today to please tell us. All you need to do is to tell us what is the current rank of the president's ADC, and whether there was any, or the military could tell us whether there was any move to promote him, or the office of the NSA, because the letter I think was, I don't know if it's a fake letter, it was published somewhere in the social media that the NSA had written, and how the NSA could have written to the army to promote the ADC from colonel to brigadier. I don't understand. From my own little common sense that I'm sitting down here, it doesn't make sense to me. If the president wants to promote somebody in that manner, all he needs to do is to send a one-line memo to the to the chief of army staff. I don't see how he has any connection with the NSA. So there's various stories that are in the media, in the social media, that are turning out to be false. I almost believed Akpabio's story. And here he was yesterday, he was at the National Assembly, and the story said that he was dying in a London hospital. So I'm glad that the Senate has called on the DSS to hunt down. I would have expected the DSS to begin to carry out such an exercise to serve as a deterrent. You see, if false news is carried about you, you will know how it feels. How do you expect General Gawan to feel when it is announced to Nigerians that he's dead, yet he was alive, and probably now reading the story? The same for Akpabio. So this is a welcome story. It says the Senate on Tuesday urged security agencies to identify and sanction individuals behind this false story. The call followed a motion raised during plenary by Senator Titus Zam. Okay, and I hope that happens. But please, the presidency should also clear the air on the president's ADC for us to know if the story is true or not.
So a special presidential promotion. The way you put it is quite interesting. Back to today's Vanguard, page 10. Here in Lagos, the paper has a story, tenancy bill. Lagos government proposes jail term for landlords' harassment.
Well, this is going to be good news for a lot of tenants in Lagos if this bill comes through. And I'd like to entertain, I'd like to have somebody from government here, maybe the Attorney General's office, to explain this bill so that we can understand before it goes through the process. And it's called a Lagos State Tenancy and Recovery Bill. And it criminalizes a lot of things that that landlords do to tenants. It protects the tenant. It says, under the proposed law, if it goes through, landlords will be legally required to obtain a court order before evicting tenants, marking a major shift in landlord-tenant relationship. Before your landlord will throw you out if this bill comes through, he has to go to court. Also, this bill criminalizes all forms of forceful eviction, intimidation, and self-help actions, including the use of thugs or threats during rent disputes. I think they need to add also charms, betu, all kinds of things that charms that people any form of intimidation. According to the legislation, landlords who deliberately cut off electricity, water supply, remove roofs, or take any action that disrupts a tenant's peaceful occupation of a property risk prosecution. Section 10 of the bill clearly states that landlords must not interfere with the tenant's quiet and peaceful enjoyment of rented premises. Okay. To eliminate violence, the bill introduces stiff penalties for violations. Section 43 provides that any landlord who attempts to eject a tenant without the court order, or alters a building to force eviction, or threatens or molests the tenant, or damages property, commits a criminal offense. He go prison. He go chop beans. Then it says offenders therefore face a minimum fine. If the rent of the tenant is 100,000, if landlord do any nonsense, the minimum fine, remember it's the minimum, is 1 million. Up to 6 months imprisonment or both. If the landlord do one kind, not only will he go to jail, he will pay 1 million. And beyond eviction, the bill also tackles arbitrary rent increases. This one where your landlord will come, Mr. Kofi, as I go to work this morning, on coming back, your rent is now double, 50%. That is also going to happen.
I reject it.
Of course, you reject it. It says landlords must provide tenants with a detailed account of service charge usage every 6 months, while security deposit must be refunded unless there is clear evidence of damage to the property. I think the Lagos State government wants to put some sanity into what we currently have, and it will be interesting in some of the things that I will look at in the new year.
Mr. Disu, I'm sure you wonder why I was laughing when I handed you the paper.
Well,
is this feasible? That the government will prosecute a landlord?
It is feasible because once your landlord does any of these things, you write a formal report to him. You to the authorities, you make a formal report.
And they will jail the landlord.
Just like it's happening in the Lagos State domestic violence, whatever. So will it happen with the issue of landlords? They'll set up an agency. You go there. Yes. I mean there must be some sanity in landlord-tenant relationship. Everything is, rents are arbitrary. Some landlords turn themselves into your parents. And my gate must be closed by 9 o'clock. What if I'm coming back from work late? Some landlords make life difficult for some, put all kinds of things on the gate, on the whatever, cut the light, take the roof. You know,
it's terrible. The way the rents have been going up in this city is alarming.
But it's a sign of the times.
It's alarming.
The landlord has to go to the same market. That is an irony. It's a catch-22 situation. Right now, personally, I will not invest in estate business to be renting out houses. I won't do it. This is not the right time to do it. Because you can't catch up.
But Mr. Disu, but the most what even adds insult to injury is the charges, the attendant charges that you have to pay. So you're paying agency fee, you are paying legal fee, you are paying deposit.
I'm sure this new bill will take care of these things. But I charge the Lagos State, once this bill comes to effect, you need to make sure that you make an example of certain persons. Every person who loses job says, I'm into properties. Everybody is an estate agent.
And there are a lot of fraudsters.
Too many charlatans and fraudsters in the business.
Fraudsters.
Oh, I'm into properties. What property? How?
So you won't imagine the amount of fraud, 419, that people are being pushed into or are facing in the bid to find a house to rent in Lagos. So,
I know. I live in Lagos.
All right, but I have another question for you. So has it always been the case? I mean, in Lagos, because I have not been used to it.
It's a sign of the times.
No, where you have to pay the lawyer of your landlord. I have to pay the lawyer.
No, it's a sign of the times. It's a market-driven situation. There are not enough houses to go around. The landlord is Lord. And so the government is now trying to checkmate and bring some kind of balance into the system. And I give them kudos for that. But I would like them to make an example of it. It's not enough to have these laws. You understand what I'm saying? It's to see them through. What they are doing in the domestic violence area, they now have to do in the landlord-tenant area. Yeah. And I think they're up to it if they put their minds to it.
So please permit me. I want to make an appeal to the governor of Lagos, the government of Lagos State. I don't know what this law says. To look into the attitude of estate developers, estate owners, estate managers who have turned their residents, both those who own buildings there, those who rent, into something else. A lot of people are suffering. Estates are suffering. People pay fees, service charges. People pay all sorts of things, and they don't get the services they are paying for. And a lot of them are suffering in silence.
Well, I think decisions also have to be made by certain persons. It's not compulsory that you should live in Lagos. Some people have an option.
Some don't have an option.
I said some. When you say some people have an option, of course, some people don't have an option.
But that's not a fair answer, Mr. Disu. I'm living in an estate. I work in Lagos. Are you telling me, okay, if
I did not. I said that those who can, it's simple common sense. Those who have an option should think twice about living in Lagos. You don't have an option. You are not in that category.
That's not fair. That's not a fair comment. It's not by force to stay in Lagos.
So what do you want me to do? It's not by force that you should stay in Lagos. If you can't afford to, you stay somewhere else.
We're not talking about expense. We're talking about abuse.
Life is
abuse.
No, we are not talking about abuse. Life is about options.
I'm talking about abuse.
There are a lot. You'd say your own, I say my own. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who live in Lagos who shouldn't be doing so. They don't have jobs. They don't have anything. They roam the streets. They could be better off being teachers in their village. Bring the cost down.
Okay, let's move on to the next story. We can take this. CBN revokes licenses. Oh, okay.
We can't.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The other one is moving fast. Sometimes I forget that one. Okay, Mr. Disu. Anyway, that's the side of the package. You're back at 9 o'clock, right?
Yes.
All right. My name is Kofi Battles. His name is
Jimi Disu.
You have to put a trademark.
Learn boss-level gameplay on YouTube with MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Binge your favorite gameplays till you master every move. Enjoy play-along clips with your faves and challenge runs like never before till you become the numero uno of gaming. See more, be more, spend less. Get over 4 hours of YouTube streaming for just 250 Naira or 10 hours for 600 Naira on the MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Dial *312*800# to start today and go make a difference.
There is December, and then there's MTN Yellow Tide December. From streets to rooftops, the wave is hitting with massive surprises, juicy holiday bundles, giveaways, discounts, luxury experiences, and so much more. So whether you're based in Nigeria or you just got back, if you want to party, chill, watch movies, travel, and even for lovebirds getting married, Yellow Tide is here to turn up the vibe this season. The ginger will be unmatched. The vibe will be on point. The shutdown will be massive. No darling, don't miss the wave. Visit yellowtide.mtn.ng now to vibe with the Yellow Tide.
8 a.m. Enjoy creamy joy in every cup of tea with Kivo Creamer.
This is where it all connects, all in one place.
GPS, Weekday, and Co. are suspended because they've been engaging in anti-party activities.
Did he not campaign for Labour Party in Lagos State?
It's just my pocket. Withdrawing police details from VVIP people.
Tomorrow I will call they need people to come and join military. I would allow.
The news, conversation, information, and discussion. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu has met with labor leaders ahead of the nationwide protest planned today over rising insecurity in Nigeria. Leaders of the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress have been raising concerns about kidnappings, banditry, and attacks on workers and citizens. Tinubu engaged with the unions on Tuesday, though details of any commitments are yet to be disclosed. In the meantime, the last notice released by the NLC is that it is beginning its nationwide protest today. The union says the demonstration is aimed at drawing attention to increasing cases of killings, kidnappings, and attacks on workers and citizens, and to demand urgent government action. Protests expected in major cities, including Abuja, Lagos, and state capitals. And workers with workers and civil society groups participating. The NLC is urging participants to be peaceful.